Yeah, my name's Alan Maki. I'm the Director of Organizing for the Midwest Casino Workers Organizing Council. And so I work with a lot of people, a lot of Native American people that are very upset with what's going on here in the DFL, who feel they're not being properly represented. And we saw an example of that here today when a member of the Leech Lake band was going to be nominated to run against Colin Peterson, and they cut off the nominating process and did not allow anybody else to be nominated to run against Colin Peterson. You know, what kind of democracy is this? This is a farce and a sham. And people in Minnesota should be outraged that this is taking place.
Can you talk about the issues of those workers?
Sure. We have, here in Minnesota, we have some 41,000 casino workers, all Minnesotans that are being forced to work in smoke-filled casinos at poverty wages without any rights under state or federal labor laws. And this has to change. And the reason it hasn't changed is because the Minnesota Indian Gaming Association, headed up by a racist, rich white man named John McCarthy, is buying off and bribing every single one of these politicians. And anybody can check the facts and the figures with the Secretary of State's office, and they will see that the Minnesota Indian Gaming Association has pumped literally tens of millions of dollars into the political campaigns of the very politicians who are here today. And we don't have one single Native American Indian sitting in the Minnesota State Legislature. This is a disgrace. It's racism at its worst.
Do they give to both parties?
Sure, they give to both parties. Whoever they can buy off to their position, they contribute to it. But every single Democrat is getting funds from the Minnesota Indian Gaming Association. Colin Peterson is one of the biggest benefactors of from the Minnesota Indian Gaming Association, and this is why he has never taken a position in support of workers' rights in the casino industry. And this has to end.
Where are the 41,000 workers just in Minnesota?
No, I actually represent over 250,000 workers in the Midwest. In Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Iowa. But the Indian gaming industry across this country has over 350 such casinos where all these workers are working in smoke-filled casinos without any rights and all getting paid poverty wages. And they're dropping dead left and right. Anybody can ask the American Cancer Society or the Minnesota Heart and Lung Foundation about the effects of secondhand smoke. It's bad enough that people have to go into these casinos under these conditions, but when a worker has to work day in and day out every day of their lives in one of these casinos, it's taking a terrible toll on their health.